coastline, the meeting point. Today we'll be talking with Honorable Abdullahi Salame on issues that borders around the electoral bill, not to tomorrow, and some other issues as we have it. So you're welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Okay. Briefly, before we delve into the main issues, could you introduce yourself better for people to know you?
As you said, my name is Honorable Dr Abdullahi Salame. I am a member representing whatever Ilela constituency from Sokoto State. I am a member in this House of Representatives. Before I was a member in the State House of Assembly, where I served as Speaker, as well as an acting governor for a period of 3 months when the election of my governor was modified. So, a teacher before joining politics, from primary school teacher, secondary school teacher, tertiary institution qualification teacher, and politically I started as a councillor for education and social development, then member of State House Assembly, now member of National Assembly, and I'm presently chairman of Poverty Alleviation Committee, Committee on Poverty Alleviation, and Senator, also chairman Nigeria and Saudi Arabia Parliamentary Friendship. Also member from since 2011 up to date, member of the ECOWAS Parliament.
That's a very, very well-needed CV. Alright, so now let's talk about the new electoral bill. People want to know what this bill is and what the main issue about this discrepancy is all about.
The electoral bill, though, you know, the bill contains many electoral places, but you know, we come up with this electoral act to improve the election in the nation, and to see that things were, you know, a lot of many observations, many places there are some issues that need to be addressed. So all the issues, all the problem of election in Nigeria has been addressed by this new electoral act and amended one that was done with Mr. President. But the major issue is, you know, sometimes some people, they are always protecting their own personal interests instead of the interests of the nation. So there is an issue in the electoral act where some group of some people don't want that part of the electoral act to be there, because it will deny them what they used to do. And to me, I support the election. They end up with nominating people or imposing candidates, often the constituents, because they have that power because of the lacuna or the weaknesses in the electoral act. But now that thing has been addressed earlier in the first submission to Mr. President, where we say all parties must conduct their primaries so we direct election. This direct election, each carrying member of each party will participate. So at the end of the day, only candidates that people are willing to let them will succeed. But it blocks chances of other people that want to impose candidates to the people. So that's why they come up together and meet Mr. President, and they are able to influence him not to sign that electoral act. That's why it was returned to the National Assembly. When it was returned to us, we go through the bill again and see how we can come up with, we can meet at the middle. So all they want that consensus candidate, because that's what they used to call it. But they are not, in reality is not the consensus candidate, because we experience it all in our various states, where you have maybe 7 people bought forms and they intend to contest. But at the end of the day, governor or leader of the party will just assemble some important people, the people that are important to him, even if they are not important to everybody. He meet with them and he bring a paper, they write, they sign, they say now, okay, we adopt so person. So they don't come up with that paper and say, okay, now so person is our consensus candidate. And it is no consensus. Consensus is when you are aspiring, I'm aspiring, another person is aspiring. Three of us will be allowed to go and meet. If we agree and we reach consensus, that's where we will allow one of us to go and the three of us will, two of us will step down. But it's not the way they are doing it. They will only pick who they want. Come over the paper signed by some individual and send it to the party and say, okay, this is our candidate. Which is not good for democracy. So those people that are doing that kind of imposition of candidates, they met at the influence Mr. President. Now it was returned to National Assembly. Okay, we say now, okay, if that is the case, for the bill to scale through because of many important things that it contains. Okay, now let us go by what they want, but let us make it in a way that still they cannot do what they have been doing. So we come up with the now party can conduct direct or indirect election. Direct is where each card carrying member will participate in the primary election, in the Congress, in the primaries of the party. Indirect is where the ESCO, the executive, will represent the card carrying members. Maybe they pick the ESCO, maybe the executive, local government and state will come and elect a candidate for the party. That is indirect. And this consensus, now we say it should not be the way they have been doing it, where some people who were opportunity to be leaders or to be governors will only pick somebody, whether he is the interest of the people or not, if he is the one that he wants. So he will only, if among them there is somebody that he has some potentials, he wants to break him or stop him or cut his future. So he will just deny that person that may be popular, or he is thinking that maybe if he continues he will go and he may be a problem to him, or somebody who is so loyal to him. So to prevent that, now we say, okay, let there be consensus candidate. But consensus candidate, when there is consensus, one, there must be vote, yes or no. Two, each aspirant has to agree with the consensus by putting it in writing and signing it that he, so person, has withdrawn for so person. So they reach consensus. Willingly, he is hereby affirming or confirming that the candidate are so person. Now he has stepped down willingly. So without that, nobody can. If 100 people are there and vote for, they must be allowed to go for election. But to have consensus candidate is where these people will meet, whether the leaders like them or they don't like them. They have to meet, agree, and put it in writing that they have withdrawn for the candidate that is a consensus candidate.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's look at the role you think technology can play in Nigeria's elections, especially as we prepare for 2023.
We are in technology era now, and technology, not only in election, in all aspects of life. If you are a teacher, you need technology to improve the way of teaching. If you are in the medical sector, you also need, because before, when we don't have this technology, when you go to the doctor, he only examine you manually, see this thing, maybe it is this or maybe it is this sickness. So he will recommend. Sometimes they may be correct and sometimes it's wrong. But now, so with technology, they will detect exactly what you are suffering from and go directly and treat you on that. This is on the technology assistance. Something goes to the democracy, to the election. Before, it's manually, we go and register people. We register them manually, we put the books, we come with, and you come with your card, you'll be deleted manually, you do. But all things that are being done manually before can now be transformed and be done through technology, through electronically. Like you see this, what we have started with this, what do you call it, card reader. And now they are improving. I think gradually they may use technology and you only need to go, maybe you put your number or you put your card, as I was drawing money, you put your card, then your name will appear, everything, all your information will appear, the electoral officer will see all your information, and from there he can screen you and he can give go ahead for you. Then you go to the next stage where all the parties and the candidates will appear on the screen. Then you select the one you select. The moment you select, it will reflect nationwide, and no way for maneuvers, no way for rigging.
Thank you very much for that intelligent response. Okay, now let's talk about being that you have been around for a while now in politics when you are quite younger, and we would like you to let us know what you think about this not too young to rule and your advice to young people that may want to come out in the next elections.
Now you can't call me a young man. I am 62 now. I am 62 now. But when I started politics, I may be called a young man because I started in 1985. From 85 to today is about
that's around
30 something years. So if you just 30 something years from my 20 something years from 62, I'm around 40 something or below 40. What I'm saying is good for the young people to join the politics, because the issue is that it's a reverse. Because now the young people doesn't want to do something that will spoil their names. Unlike the elder ones. The elder ones now they want to instead of the elder to give up and they concentrate on doing better things for his people. But unfortunately in Nigeria, most of our elders, you see, they are still, as they go on, as they struggle to get money in all ways that they can get this money, which is not supposed to be like that. But since the younger ones want they are so powerful and they are so determined, and they have the energy to lead. So why not for them to come and join politics? Gives their power and their stamina they are having to the development of their nation. There are nothing wrong for young people to come and join politics and they lead us. Maybe they may lead us better than the way that these elder people like us are leading.
Well, one of the arguments is that most times the cost of purchasing forms is quite high, and most of these young people cannot afford it. What do you think the National Assembly can do to bring or effect some changes so that some young people can really be able to afford these forms?
You know, the forms, as price of the form is the decision of the party.
Yes.
So now we can only afford for the parties, maybe as they consider women, they consider the disabled, they should also consider the younger ones. Maybe they say, if you are disabled, you pay 50%. If you are a woman, you pay 50%. Sometimes they say you pick form free. But you let them say, if you are below so years, between so and so years, you should pay a certain percentage. Maybe it's rule that they may encourage the younger ones to join politics. Because not all the youngs have the money to pay for everything. And another way, even if they were given opportunity to buy the forms, they should also mobilize their colleagues, their friends, the other younger ones, that they should rally around them and support them. Once the younger ones supported supported young person like them, they will certainly win the election, because the youth are the majority. We have women, we have youth, we have elderly. So if the youth decided to come together and take charge, be in charge, they can do it. So I'm advising them to support themselves, get some of them to go and participate in the voting, help him to protect the phone, and rely on him, and make sure that you defeat the other groups or other enemies.
Okay, thank you. So lastly, let's talk about the presidential election 2023. Now, some candidate has come out. One of the most prominent now that everybody's talking about is Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What do you have to say about him and his chances?
You see, it is a democracy, and it is open for everybody. So that is just the beginning. Francis has just started. He has shown his interest. There are other people that are showing their interest. So at the end of the day, me like other Nigerians, I will secure that, see all of them, see who that I have hope in. I will go for the person that I have hope in, based on his previous record. So it's open for Nigerians now to decide whoever they want. Me, I don't have candidate now. It is the right person that I want. And I will look among the candidates who is the right person. That right person may be in my party or may be in another party. Sometime previously, I contest in a party. But when it comes to president election, I elected the presidential candidate of another party because I don't have confidence in that and our candidate. I have confidence in the other party candidate. So party is not a revelation. Party depends on whom they presented. If they presented good candidates, we'll go for them. And if they presented bad candidates, the other party presented good candidates, we'll go for the other party. All we want is to have a good Nigerian, a patriotic president who will take the nation forward. So what we do now is to refrain. We Almighty God bring a good candidate, a right candidate, somebody who has Nigeria and Nigerian is in mind, who sympathize with us, who want to see Nigeria develop and meet other countries. So anybody is the answer, let him be.
Thank you very much for the time. I'll be speaking with Honorable Dr. Abdullahi Salame, who has talked to us about a lot of issues that you don't want to miss. Coastline, the meeting point.